Hello everybody, been a while. Okay, so today we're going to make steamed vegetable with rice. So if you haven't tried this method, whether you're doing ugu, whether you're doing my favorite Igbo leaf, this is called Chaya leaf, whether you're doing this one, yes, any one of it that you choose to do this method, we're going to use it. So we need our onions. Very simple way to enjoy vegetables rather than all this palm oil and all of that. You're going to need your chaya leaf, you're going to need your garlic. Trust me, you know, my ground pepper. I have my seasoning here, and then I have my obokun fish. I already seasoned it with salt and Maggi. You can put little lemon if you want. And then my onions is here, and then I have my blended bawa pepper. Yes, and then the scotch bonnet. So we're going to go ahead now, yes, and start our cooking. So first of all, my fry pan is going onto the fire. Don't forget, this is my regular kitchen. So you don't want to tell me that I should start running a professional kitchen. No, this is our own kitchen. Subscribe to this channel. We're trying to talk nutrition in a healthier way. Can you please grate that garlic for me? I'm going to go ahead and then pour my groundnut oil. You see, I didn't wait for it to fry, for the oil to be hot. I don't need to wait for it for the oil to be hot. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add some water. We're going to add some water to steam cook it with the oil. So what we're going to do is frying and cooking at the same time. So I'm going to add little water, and then I'm going to cover it to steam. I'll cover it to steam for a few minutes, and then we will continue with our cooking procedure. Alright, so to get to a point where your fish will now have this thick paste. At this point, once you see that it has this thick paste, it will want to start frying and drying up. All you need to do at that point is to add your sweet chili pepper, your pepper, which is a mixture of the tatache and the Rodo. And then we're going to cover it up and allow it to cook completely now for a few more minutes. Once it's almost done, all you need to do is to get your onions and then sprinkle some onions on it, and then allow it to steam up again for a few more minutes. Alright, so this is all fully cooked now. I'm going to set this aside, and we're going to, my white rice is also ready, and then we're going to go ahead and make some vegetables. Alright, so for the vegetable, it's very, very simple. We need our oil. Like normal, you really don't need the oil to heat up before you pour anything on it. So once the oil is there, I'm going to take my vegetables and I'm going to pour my vegetables. Yawa. I'm going to pour all my vegetables. I have my garlic here. I'm going to pour my garlic. My garlic is going inside here. And where is the onions? I have my onions. Yes. And then my rosemary. I have my rosemary leaf, and then I'm going to add my rosemary leaf. I'm going to add my rosemary leaf. You see how beautiful that is looking. Add your rosemary leaf. And I'm going to get my seasoning. If you want to add crayfish, you can add crayfish, but I'm going to add my seasoning to it now. My Maggi is all gone in now. I'm going to now stir fry it for about 5 to 10 minutes. Now you don't want to keep stirring and stirring and stirring and stirring. I always say necessary now. If you want more onions, add more onions to it. I'm still going to add onions to mine. Just keep stir frying it. And then our regular, what we're going to do now is we're just going to take little water. I'm going to get little water and then sprinkle little water on it. Whilst I sprinkle the little water on it, and then I'll give it a few minutes. Sprinkling the water is very simple. I'm just going to sprinkle water on it like this, and then cover it and let it heat up. So cover it for maximum 5 minutes and let it heat up, and then our veggie is ready. Alright, so let's check our vegetable if it is steaming. If you feel it's not soft enough for you, you can still steam for another 5 minutes to give it a 10-minute steam. And then always taste for salt. You remember I added seasoning. Always taste for salt. You don't need to add curry, thyme, ginger. Your garlic, your onion, and then your ugu leaf or your chaya leaf will give you all that you need. If you want to put some prawns, because I made my fish on the separate sand, that's why I am not adding anything. This is heavenly. Auntie, come and taste. Alright, so to give it the final cook, I'm going to add my onions again. This is the final onions, and then I'm going to add little salt to give it its final taste. Trust me, you don't want to see the end part of this. So once I put my salt and my onions, I'm going to turn my heat off because I don't want it to cook any further. This cooking is enough for me. I don't want to cook. I don't want it to cook any further. It's not dry. It tastes juicy. And okay, Mute, what's the taste?
Lovely. Nice.
It's very, very juicy. So those of you that are watching your weight, you want to eat your vegetables, increase your probiotics, which is the onions, and then you want to increase your iron level. Chaya leaf is very, very good for you. And I told you, those of you that are diabetic, please ensure to eat this vegetable. Yes, this is what it is. So right now we're going to go into our next season, and that is dishing our food. The dishing part is where I always love. Trust me, always, I use the word always, have a plate that you can always use to mold. I have this here. Could you please wash this for me? Always have a plate that you can use to give your food a beautiful mold. Presentation is key. So I'm going to go ahead now, and then I'm going to scoop my rice into a bowl. You must have one bowl. Your children's bowl are never a waste. Get that bowl and then keep it, because we always need it to give our food a beautiful appearance. Appearance is very important. Yoruba people will say, now when you are doing your rice, please learn to compress it a little bit so that it can give a proper form. And then I'm going to go ahead, turn it this way. Good day. All right, so once I do that, and then my vegetable, I'm going to dish my vegetable as well. So my vegetable is coming on the side. Give me a knife, please. I'm going to have my vegetable on the side. I'm bringing it to you to see. And then my stew on the other side. This is not where we are going. My stew on the other side. Yes. Have my stew on the other side. So my vegetable and my stew is ready, but you know me, trust me, you know I'm not going to serve this like this. You know this is not going on the table like this. So I have this two-sided bowl. My vegetable is on it, and then my stew is on it, and then I am going to just slice my Rodo and then put it on the food to give it this tropical look. So who is serving this? Who is making this, and who is serving this? Who is making this and who is serving this? Wouldn't you want to, you know, give this? This is it. And then this is your rice. So my question now is, should we serve our rice like this? No, always have something in your kitchen. And I'm definitely going to give my rice a beautiful look as well. Do you know one thing I realized? I realized that a lot of you people have never eaten coca oat and rice combination before. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to use some oat clusters. If you have oat clusters or you have the oatmeal at home, use your oat clusters for your oatmeal. Oatmeal with rice is very, very lovely. This is not about a blender issue. This is nutrition. A lot of people don't understand how to reduce your carbohydrate level. Some of you avoid carbohydrates, but your body will still look for a way to outsource it. So I garnished this with oat clusters. So if you don't have oat clusters at home, make sure that you have coca oat, which is the regular coca oat, and then you can give this presentation. All right, thank you. Don't forget to subscribe. Press the link down below. Subscribe to my channel. We have loads of nutritious meals for you. Trust me, this is my kitchen, my regular kitchen, and I bring to you what I eat at home. I don't want